Hi, I'm Chris, and this happy little guy is Teddy, and together we are Our Time to RV. A few years ago, we downsized from a 3-slide, 35-foot fifth wheel to a 20-foot slide-in truck camper, and now have the flexibility to travel any place our 2016 Dodge Ram 3500 dually can take us. We love the outdoors and tend to gravitate to the state parks, national parks, Corps of Engineer locations, and boondocking sites, but do occasionally visit the private parks. We hope you enjoy the content. If so, please like and subscribe to our channel, then leave a comment telling us what you think. Thanks for watching. Teddy and I just arrived here at Mittry Lake, which is not far from the Imperial Dam area that we just left. We were actually going to camp in the recreation area on the North Shore based upon a recommendation by a local where we got propane while we were in Yuma. We decided to check out Mittry Lake, and this is what we found here. So far, it's really looking nice. I don't know how long we'll actually stay here because it doesn't look like there's much in the way of hiking around here. But there is a lot of scenery, but again, we'll give it a chance and see what we can find. We'll take you along. Again, I think we got a really nice site here. By luck or whatever, but I'll take it. This is our first sunset here at Mittry Lake. It's beautiful. Teddy's checking it out too. Right, buddy? It's our first morning here at Mittry Lake. Teddy and I are taking a walk in typical morning fashion. It's a beautiful morning. Wind's died down quite a bit. Noticeably cooler though than the past couple of days. It's in the mid-40s now. We're walking down the main road, which is really the only place we have to walk at this particular point in time. We're going to go check out what we can by accessing this particular area here. Let's take a walk up over here, Teddy. This is the formal camping area here, or the group camping area. There's also the boat launch down here as well too. I already see a boat or two out there. There's definitely a handful of spots here for smaller rigs, but nothing you would want to take a large vehicle back into. All the larger vehicles stay over here, actually closer to the boat ramp. I'm going to do a little more research on this. There seems to be a noticeable drop in water level over a relatively short period of time, as evidenced by the far shoreline over there. So I'm guessing that in some form or fashion this is controlled by the dam, Imperial Dam, but I don't know that. So I'm just speculating, just something else to research and look into. Sun's coming up. Everything's getting lit up, turning orange and green.
New friend. Oops.
Say hi, Delila.
Here you go, babies. See, she still stays real close to mom.
This one here, I've had him for 5.5 years, and he's the same way.
He's cute. Old puppy used to start. 10 of them survived. Oh. And by the time I adopted her, there were only 6 left.
She's got a lot of energy.
She does.
How old is she?
She's just about to turn 4 months. So
get her, Teddy.
Very
get
much a puppy.
Get her, Teddy. Get her. There you go.
Good running. Good running.
There you go. Good boy, Teddy. Go.
That's so cute. What do you think, Delila? We're camping with a...
We're a mile and 3/4 into our walk. And lake's just starting to open up here a little bit. It gets closer to the road, where the road gets closer to the lake. We're have to drive up here further into this when we leave here in a couple of days just to check it out. That's something you see every day. So today I'm actually putting the ingredients together for another recipe that I got from a YouTube channel. And this is Mexican quinoa casserole. So I'm getting the ingredients together, warm it up, bake it for a little bit with some cheese on it, serve it with chips and a little bit of a salsa, or a sauce I guess I should say, that I've yet to make. But this is the base of it here. So the local told me about this place where I got propane filled yesterday. Asked me if I was a fisherman. I haven't for a long time, but I can see why people who do fish would have an affinity for this place here. I haven't seen a ton of boats out here, but it sure looks like it'd be a nice place to run a boat and do some fishing. But since this is a wildlife refuge, I cannot fly my drone here. Any National Wildlife Refuge, in spite of the fact that the bill was passed to be able to allow people to film in national parks, I don't believe it's allowed in Wildlife Refuge because of the concerns over the habitat, specifically the animals and the wildlife that's meant to protect. So, won't be able to do any filming for a little while because the next few places I think are also going to be part of that up in the KOFA area between Quartzsite and Yuma. Look at how beautiful this place is. The sun comes up, lights up those grasslands. I call them grasslands. They're actually probably the bottom of the lake. It's dried up. Vegetation's overgrown, but still enough moisture down there. There's a lot of green in there. Mountains in the background. Lake. And then there we are there. Beautiful. Very relaxing. It's our last night here at Mittry Lake. And the sun obviously is going down. Try to capture each one of these beautiful sunsets or sunrises. Don't do them justice and don't capture anywhere near as many as that are presented to us, but I do my best. So Teddy and I just left Mittry Lake and stopped at the Imperial Dam LTVA to dump our tanks, get fresh water, and check out the locations there for potential future considerations. And this is the Army Proving Grounds, and this is a little display that they have set up here that is free. It's pretty cool. So this area down here, as I indicated, is part of the Army Proving Grounds, the Yuma Proving Grounds specifically. And where we stayed at Mittry Lake was right across the street from the Department of Defense boundary, which is this particular area here. But it's 10 miles away, 8 miles away as a bird flies, give or take. We did hear some booms go off yesterday, and I assumed they were actually doing some shooting, some artillery shooting, way off in the distance. This is pretty cool. Again, this is right off of 95 between Yuma and Quartzsite. For anybody interested, and it's free. Teddy and I just arrived here at the King KOFA National Wildlife Refuge in southwest Arizona. It's off of 95 between Yuma and Quartzsite. We've been here before and enjoyed it, so decided to come back. This is the area, and this is our setup here. Probably a quarter mile off of 95. We could got further off, but this is a location that I found 2 years ago that I really liked. It's away from everything, everybody. It's really quiet. It's our first day here at King KOFA National Wildlife Refuge. Again, this is between Quartzsite and Yuma on 95. And Teddy and I are going to get out for our first walk. It's good to be out hiking and walking again. After our last place, we were quite limited. So we'll take you along, show you around. It's definitely quiet and secluded where we are. And from what I can see up on the hillside, it doesn't look like there's a lot of campers here, but we'll definitely find out. Ready, buddy? Teddy and I just hiked over to the main road coming in, and you can see it's easy to travel. Any size rig can get up here. Later, I'll get the drone up and give you a view of the landscape here. There's not many people here. Nice and quiet, wide open, and I'll get you better shots here without the glare of the sun. But you see a lot of wide open space. Again, any size rig can get in here. The sun's behind the mountain here. Walked behind it to get some shade and some views here. What some of the camping areas are a little bit like, at least from this vantage point. Like I said, we'll get the drone up, get you some more. You can see there's boundary markers where the wildlife refuge actually exists, and this part of the property here that we're walking on is actually BLM. So no vehicles allowed over here. Vehicles allowed over here. We're about 2 miles into our morning walk, and I guess we've got about 1.5 miles left to get back. We made it back. Good hike. First day. A little more than 3.5 miles, and we're gonna go grab a cup of coffee, relax, and start our day. Right, Teddy? So it's really windy outside. It's hard to sit around out there. So I got the solar oven out and propped it up appropriately, sheltered it from the wind, and made some banana bread. Man, it looks good. Now we're gonna put some sweet potatoes in there. had to set the solar oven up behind the chair on its side, on the leeward side of the truck, in order to protect it from the wind and not blowing over. That's how I was able to do it. What's her name?
That's Daisy.
Daisy. Hey, Daisy. That's Teddy there, Daisy. You guys getting to know each other?
Oh, yeah. Yep,
Teddy and I are getting out a little bit again. We've made it up to the top of the crease. It's up King Valley Road, where it levels out here a little bit. And this side is all BLM land. This side here is all National Wildlife Refuge. So up here on top of the hill, they have a little visitor stand of sorts with information about this particular area here. Teddy and I are up again this morning, out for another hike. Unlike the last few days, it looks like it's going to be much calmer wind-wise. However, we're going to have less sun and some overcast skies, is what they're calling for. But it's still going to be, it's probably in the mid-50s now, I believe. I think it's going up to the upper 70s. So we're going to enjoy the day. Do a little bit of hike this morning, figure out what we got in store for the rest of the day. So we hiked up to the top of the hill, not far away from us, to get a little bit of a better perspective until I'm able to get the drone up a little bit later today, hopefully. And you can see the area around us here. A lot of wide open space. We're following this high pressure gas line, and we are right there. And you can see the distance we have between us and our neighbors. As you go up the main road, King Road, up into the crease, you can see some more up there. And then back over the hill, there's some additional camping back there as well too. Never camped back there because there was no cell coverage. But now I got Starlink, does make a difference, so I'm going to have to check it out. So we're just going to continue hiking down this pipeline road. Stretch our legs a little bit more, some exercise, fresh air, and we'll go back and get our day started. The one thing about being out here with this high pressure gas line and the high voltage transmission line, we're not going to run out of mileage to walk and hike. And as it gets out here, there's also some tertiary roads if you had a 4x4. You can actually follow and see where they go as well too. We came to a point in the road here, off one of these tertiary spurs. No vehicles beyond this point. Unauthorized entry prohibited. This is a wildlife refuge here. So this is some of the landscape for the wildlife refuge. I think that when I say wildlife refuge, people think they have a picture in their mind about what it is. It's a place where there's a bunch of animals running free, like the Serengeti or something like that. That's not the case at all. It's primarily an area preserved for wildlife to basically be able to live without much interaction or disturbances from outside forces such as humans. We don't typically see any more wildlife in the refuge than we do in places outside, but at least it's here, and I'm glad for that. So we're gonna get back onto the main road, do a little bit more hiking. We'll take you along. Teddy and I are just doing a little relaxing here. This is our last day here. We actually extended our stay here by a day. I actually needed to get something from an Amazon locker, and turnaround time on delivery of those things is typically 4 to 5 days. So as a result, we extended our stay here. It's nice. It's not as windy as they were talking about, and the temperatures are comfortable, and so we've just been sitting in the sun with Teddy in the shade and just enjoying ourselves.